Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today this is part 2 of 3 of studying the Ashley Benefield files, which are public records now that she has been sentenced for the murder of her husband, Doug Benefield. If you know nothing about this case, please check out the description box. You will find a case background write-up. You'll also find a link to the description box, and you will see we've done a lot of homework on this case. We watched the whole trial together, which took place in July of 2024. We watched her get sentenced on December 3rd of 2024. And so now, because she's been sentenced, now a Freedom of Information Act request, otherwise known as a FOIA request, goes a lot further, obviously, than before someone is convicted and sentenced. So in part 1, in the files I received, we watched the Ashley Benefield police video interviews. I wouldn't really call them interviews because she had her attorney with her. She lawyered up immediately, but it's still very interesting to see her body language. And we also listened to the neighbor's interview, the neighbor who made the 911 call. If you have followed the case, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Now today, we're going to be listening to 3 audio clips that I received as part of this FOIA request. And they all include Ashley Benefield's mother, Alicia Byers. If you go back to watch some of the trial footage that's on the playlist, you will see on day 2, Ashley's mother actually testified. But here, what we're going to hear is her standing outside her home in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, where the crime occurred. And the police speak to her, trying to figure out the nature of the relationship between Ashley and Doug Benefield and where her mother was. And maybe you're wondering, where was she if you don't know? Ashley's mother and Ashley's young daughter took a walk and they went to a park in the time that Ashley shot her husband. So that's also an interesting element of discussion. There's a lot of heated debates about this case online, and so please feel free to have your opinion. The jury found that Ashley was guilty of manslaughter with a firearm, and that's why she received that sentence. All along the way, the police, judges, the judge in her case as well, there's so many people that just could not find the evidence to support her claims. She had claimed that Doug Benefield had tried to poison her, that there was DV in the relationship, that he was stalking her. And in studying so many true crime cases, we know how scary that can be. Unfortunately, sometimes there are cases where people will say that and game the system to get full custody of their child. And that was the state's theory in this case. So I don't want to keep you too long because we've already done a full case summary. Let's listen to these police audio interviews. I just want to say that it's interview 1. It says front yard is how they labeled it. So it's right outside this home of Ashley Benefield's mother where they're speaking to her, same as the second clip. And then in the third clip, you will hear them in the home and they say it's an interview with a CPS worker. And you will hear another woman's voice in the background, which is actually Dr. Barbara Russell. That is Ashley Benefield's psychologist who Ashley moved in with for a time, and we also saw her take the stand at the trial. So again, you can go and check all that out on the playlist if you want to. Now, here we go. Let's listen to the audio interviews. Please note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share.
She just came back. She knew
I know.
nothing. Oh, I know.
Yeah, I know. I can see her real quick. She's concerned that David's okay.
Oh.
I can't really talk to her, but she's
Okay. Yeah, she wants to see him or something.
Okay.
She's okay.
Right, I can't turn the wheel.
good. I gotta go. Watch your toes.
We're praying,
Watch your
Ashley.
It's coming.
Yeah, what's that?
Her journey's coming,
Okay,
so please wait.
You can meet us down at the sheriff's office. You can meet us down at the sheriff's office. Okay, I'll have to take her down there. Her attorney can meet us there. Take your hands off the car. Right? No, we're not. In order to make a self-defense claim, she's got to talk to us. Okay? You can't claim self-defense without saying anything.
After dealing with them for 3 years, how do you trust?
All right, guys.
Take care, Austin. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, if you need anything, we're right here.
All right, thank you very much. Have a good night, guys.
Manatee County Sheriff's Office in Bradenton.
Where that old mall is.
Yes.
You have to go to that. Okay, I go there. Okay, thank you. I told them that you were coming. Sorry,
What's
I
his-
didn't- I didn't know.
What attorney is so I can tell the people to wait for him, to be ready for him?
I don't know. Where is he?
Where is he?
Yes.
He is at the hospital.
Okay, what happened?
Blake.
Okay,
He's at Blake Hospital.
What?
If somebody would talk to us, then we would know.
I was at the
I know.
park.
I understand that, but nobody's talking to us, so we're trying to figure
Oh.
out. He's injured. He's on his way to the hospital. She knows what happened. She
Okay.
wants to go down to the office and tell us down there.
Okay.
So she's going down there. As soon as we know more, we'll tell you. But
Okay.
we don't know yet.
Can you hear that?
Is he stable?
We're waiting to hear from the hospital. We don't know yet. It was CPR on the way to the hospital, so we're trying to figure out exactly how he is right now. We have no update yet. He's with the doctors.
Okay. I will tell you, I am her family law attorney.
Okay.
And I'm on my way there.
Okay.
We were in the middle of implementing a safety plan to get her out safely
Yes, ma'am.
because she was in danger with the assistance of a psychologist.
Okay.
2 attorneys had a burner phone, a safe location set up, a rental car. I mean, it was down to the nitty-gritty, and it was going to take place tomorrow.
Okay.
It's been aggressive.
And I will just let you know that I was very concerned that it was getting wind of what's
Okay.
transpiring.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. That'll help a lot, and obviously piecing together what exactly occurred. Are you coming here, or are you going to the sheriff's office?
I guess I'm going to the sheriff's office. I just did a Huey.
Okay.
I'm on State Road 70 right now.
Okay.
Going towards the sheriff's office. Any news on his? I mean, was there anything visible as far as?
I just got here. I can't tell you anything just yet. As soon as I know more, I'll come back over here and tell her to tell you. As soon as I know anything at all.
Appreciate it. Can I get your name?
My name is Detective Dickerman.
Thank you very much, Detective.
All right. And what is your name so I can tell the people at the desk to be ready for you?
Faith Brown.
Faith Brown. Okay.
Her other attorney is Kimberly Coon.
Okay. Okay. I will make sure that the deputies at the front desk are waiting for you so they can let you right up.
Yeah, because I'm surely not dressed like an attorney.
Okay. I will let them know that you're coming.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. As soon as I know anything, I will come back and let you guys know. You are, I know you're
I'm
relative
her
to
mother.
both, but you're her mother
I'm her mother and her grandmother.
and her grandmother.
Yes.
And any family for him here?
No.
Direct family? Okay. I didn't know if there was any
I would
local or
have- Yeah, I would have no idea. No.
know how to get hold of. Okay.
No.
All right. As soon as I know anything new, I'll come right back over here. Okay. Anything at all. That's not true at all.
Yes, they have laughed.
I have not laughed at anything.
You haven't. They
Okay, then
have.
don't tell me I found it
had
amusing.
to call
I
him. He was
said
stalking
they
me.
have found
You
it.
said you guys.
You
So-
guys, yes, you are
Yeah.
a sheriff.
Right. So,
I didn't say you in
right.
particular.
I understand that. I'm not going to argue it with you.
No, I know.
So, all I know is
Okay.
we need to investigate what happened
That's
today.
fine. That's
If what happened today,
Yes.
then obviously we need to find out about all that because
Okay.
that's going to do nothing
okay.
but help her or
Okay.
the truth needs
I'm
to
sorry.
come out.
This is
So
like blowing my mind.
that's fine. Take a minute. Take a breath. I'm not going to make you talk. But ultimately, we're going to need to know the history. Whether she comes from her, comes from you, comes from other people. That's fine. But we need to find out exactly what occurred here today,
Okay.
and then go from there.
Okay.
She is not under arrest. She was put in there because there was an injured person.
Okay.
And
Okay,
she
I
was
get
the one.
that.
They said that she's the one who did it. Put her in the car.
Okay.
Can you come down and tell us?
Okay.
Yes, we can come down.
Okay.
I'll come down and tell you. That's
Okay.
why she's on her way to our office.
Okay.
And we'll wait for her lawyer so that they can stay
Okay.
together.
Okay.
And as soon as we get any updates on him, like I told
Yeah.
her, there was CPR in progress.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is right now. As soon as I get an update from that, I will let you know. Okay?
All right. Okay.
So, but he'll be able to tell you where the point where we go from here once we're done with the house.
Okay.
Because they're going to want to talk to you guys.
Okay.
And that's about it.
All right.
Then I'll explain what he did. What we're doing right now is
Okay.
we have to get a search warrant for the
Yeah.
house. Okay, so that's what we're waiting on. We just get the search warrant. We'll take pictures. We'll collect some
Okay.
measurements or whatever, just so we can,
Okay.
you know, whatever storage you get, we can prove it. You know, we can match
Yeah.
this up and say,
Yeah.
if you say he's doing this, well, let's get some measurements and get some proof and some physical evidence that that's what's occurring.
Okay.
Yeah, they are pretty bright.
Blindness over there. Yeah.
Just to tell you, I just got an update
Yes.
from the hospital.
Yeah.
And he didn't make it.
Okay.
So Doug died. Let's just go with that for now.
Okay.
She's down there with us, explaining what happened. That
Okay.
doesn't change how we deal with anything, how we do anything. Okay, that
He's
doesn't.
been coming after us for 3.5 years. 3.5 years we have been begging for help and nobody has helped us. Nobody. All of this abuse that has happened at his hands and nobody has helped us. Nobody.
Have you been with
we
any,
have been living
any
in
of the
fear
domestic
for 3.5
detectives? Has he been arrested for domestic before?
Oh, he
Or was he always on that line?
knows how to play the game.
Okay, that's what I mean. He was one of those guys that always
He's-
just stayed
right,
on that
yep.
gray area. Okay.
Yes.
So no arrest at all? That you know of?
I think, no. I was going to say maybe way back.
Yeah, that's fine. And we'll pull that up.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm not just asking what you know, not what you
Okay.
think may have happened. Just what you know.
Okay.
What violence have you seen with your own eyes? Let's start with recently. What have you seen recently?
You have to understand, this is a man who manipulates and manipulates. And he looks at you and he gets close to you and he will back you in the corner and he will dare you to not agree with him.
So is it more mentally violent?
It's
than
emotional
physical?
like you wouldn't believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he ever get physical? Or did he always just push you to that point?
Oh,
Or push her
he'd
to
push
that
to the point.
Okay.
He would, when they were up in South Carolina, he would lock her in the closet and lock her in the bathroom and force her back into bed because her attitude wasn't right. And
Were those ever reported, or was she too scared, too afraid to do that?
for a long time she didn't because he said he owns the police and nobody will ever believe it.
Okay. And did
He kept her hostage in the house. I mean, this guy is. Here.
Yeah. And how did they get filed? I mean, who called those in? Do you know, or were they like outsiders calling in, or did she call them in, trying to get help?
Both.
Did you call them in?
I want to. Medical people would call them in.
Okay.
And she would call them in, but it was scary to call them in because when you call them in, then you get punished for that by him. Okay, so
Okay.
This guy is a master manipulator.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay in between you and the light. So I'm a big target. So.
Yeah. No, I mean,
No. I mean, I'm just trying to keep the. Okay, he's going to go turn. Okay. Photographs. And what do you mean by of things? On injuries to her or injuries to your daughter?
Her.
To her?
Yes.
Okay. And those were inflicted by him?
Yes.
Okay. What happened tonight?
I have no idea. I wasn't here.
No. Were you here at any point?
I was, and then she wanted to go to the park, so I went to the park.
What was going on before you went to the park?
He had just gotten here.
Okay.
He's been acting really weird for especially the last couple of days.
Okay. How did he get here? Do you know?
He drove the U-Haul.
The U-Haul? Okay.
I saw him pull in.
Okay, so he pulled in, he backed the U-Haul.
Yeah.
What's the U-Haul for? I mean, what was
To move.
who's moving?
He
All of you,
was,
or-
and then we were moving.
Okay, so everybody's moving.
Everything is done to his specifications
But the U-Haul is for his stuff or for everybody's?
for everybody's stuff.
Okay, so he came here with the U-Haul and that was planned? Like,
Yes.
did she know that
Yes.
you guys know he was coming over sometime tonight with a U-Haul?
Well, yeah, he's been coming here every day because
Okay.
he's been threatening that if Ashley doesn't start letting him come over here, he says, fine, then I will take her. Fine, then I will take her. Fine,
Okay.
then I will take her. That's the answer. Come and take her.
Okay, so when he first got here, how was he acting?
Well, I was here when he got here, and he ignored both of us as we
Okay.
went by the U-Haul.
Okay.
And then
Were you leaving then, like as soon as he
oh,
got
we
here?
were going pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Then we were going to go to the parks. We walked around there.
Right.
And then he went looking down at us, kind of ignored us and then went, hi, which does this thing. And she wouldn't look at him.
Okay.
And I thought, she's going to get in trouble for that later. Because you have to have the right response, because if you don't have the response, there are consequences and there are punishments, and it's whatever he chooses it to be.
Okay. And then,
I'm sorry, we've been living in fear
and then
for
you
3.5 years.
You got a call from us, and that's how you found out and you came back.
I didn't get a call.
Or did
No,
you get a
that
call from
must
us?
have been, I saw, my phone rang and it said no
Okay.
caller ID. Would
So
that have
you
been you
guys-
guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and I'm
trying to
like,
call.
well, I don't know who that is, and I'm stopped answering phones because I keep on
Of
getting
course.
people to try to.
Same me.
Yes.
Same here. So then you just, obviously you came back and
No,
then you
so
saw
then we were
this, or-
walking, and I saw a sheriff, and they looked like they were yelling at me.
He was
And then the
using
person
his
said,
speaker
then I guess he
speaking-
said,
calling
is that Emerson? And that freaked me out, and I go, I'm sorry, who are you?
That's
And
'cause-
then he put it over the intercom, and I'm like, okay, stop, because...
Well, that's because originally we didn't know about you and thought the baby was out there somewhere.
Yeah, and so,
Yeah.
mind you, we're having fun at the park.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I got back here. I was
We
literally...
walked-
I mean, I'm going back and forth between... This is like a nightmare. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I understand. Like I said, as soon as the search warrant get here, it's out to the judge. Judge has to sign and get here.
Okay.
We'll get started. We'll get you guys
Okay,
back into the house or whatever. We just can't do it. They got you whatever Emerson needs for right now.
I guess so. I
Okay.
Can I take them into my house? I
Or
live
do I
right
need to
here.
stay here?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, just take them in.
Okay.
Be in the
Okay.
air
But-
conditioning, and if we'll knock
Yeah.
on the door if we need to ask you something
Okay.
or have any
Nobody
more
else is
information.
going to get in there but you
Nobody
guys.
can get in there
Okay.
except for us.
Okay, and I told the
when
one
we're done,
guy,
we
you
come back to you.
You can't, I don't know if he told me, the cats are locked into my master bathroom because we were moving stuff out the last couple
Okay,
days.
cats in the master
And
bathroom.
one of them, the gray one, is so fast you won't even see her leaving. So we can't let her out. So whatever that takes, there's 4 cats in there, 2 of my cats and 2 of her cats. And so we cannot let her out.
Okay. Tell
Because
me
it-
this: who owns a gun?
We both do.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, mine is moved. Mine now is sitting in a basket in the pantry.
Basket. And then what kind of gun is it?
It's a 9mm Springfield.
Basket in the pantry.
Yes.
Okay, and that's registered to you. Doug
Ashley.
or Ashley?
Oh, Doug has plenty. Supposedly has a rocket launcher.
Where would that be?
I have no idea. He probably has it in South Carolina.
Okay. Ashley, what kind of
He
gun does
has.
Ashley
He
have?
has. What do you call those things that sit on a stand and it's like from this here to here? It's like massive. He's shown off his pictures before of all the stuff.
Like a 50 caliber large gun?
Yeah, maybe 50 caliber. I don't know.
What kind of gun does Ashley have?
A 45.
A 45.
Wait, let me make sure that. Hello? Hi, yeah, I'm sorry. There's been, God only knows exactly what happened, but their sheriffs are here. This is Alicia, so can I call you later when I'm through talking? Or if you want to come over, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Okay, all right, thank you, bye. All right.
Okay, so she possibly has a 45. We'll ask her. But
She
to
doesn't
verify.
possibly, she does.
Well, you said maybe. Let me see if that's actually what it was. So I'm just saying. You think
Oh,
it's
did
a
I
45?
say it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No,
She
she-
definitely has a 45.
Oh, no, let me see what this was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said. Let me see what
No,
that
I
was.
know she has a
Okay,
45.
so she has a 45.
Yes,
Any
and
other guns in the house that you know of?
She has a little one.
Okay.
Like I don't know what it is. I can't think. Ruger or something. And I'm thankful that we do because we have been threatened time and time again. And we've been scared for 3.5 years.
And you don't know anything about his direct family, his parents. This is other than her being the wife. She's the closest only relative that you know of, or
He has relatives somewhere in Texas.
okay. We'll see if she's able to tell us.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never met any of them.
To start with, this is Letty. She's one of our victim advocates.
Hi.
Okay. She's going to give you some information,
Okay.
whatever, so that can also help you and Ashley. And this is
Okay.
Ashley's
Her
mother.
mom. Yeah. Okay.
And Ashley is the wife of the man that's now deceased. Okay. So, if you want to go and get the baby inside, and she'll talk to you a little bit inside. If she can come in your house for a couple minutes,
Okay.
is that okay?
And nobody's going to get in
Nobody's
the house.
going in the house except for us. And when we're done, we're coming back to you, and then you can have it.
Okay. And please
Okay.
don't let the cats out.
Okay.
I know that seems crazy.
No, let me find out about the cats right now and find out. Because when
the-
she came out or whatever, she left doors open. So let's make sure that
The cats would be the very back.
very back room, master bathroom. What you said?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we will
So-
double check that.
Okay. So
Okay.
we love our kitties. They're like
Of
family.
course, of
So,
course.
and if Cynthia gets out where the other ones would run out and go, oh, fun, and no, I'm going to go back in, she wouldn't. So, you know.
All right. Yeah, just take the baby inside, let it get some fresh air, okay? And
Yeah.
Letty here will go with you so you guys can go ahead
I was going
inside
to say
and we'll keep
also
you
he
updated.
has a dog, but this is strange.
Do you know where he rented that from?
No.
Which U-Haul?
No.
Because his truck is probably there. I would assume. Hi. How are you?
It might be at his apartment.
What is that?
That's Nellie.
Nellie? Oh, thank you. Cute. Here you go.
That's her best friend, Nellie.
Okay, and as soon as I have an update from the lawyer, I will also
Okay.
let you know about that, okay?
Okay.
And then she'll be back with you here shortly.
All right.
As soon as we get the statement from her, and then we'll bring her back to you, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I know this is going to be tough, but self-defense is self-defense, but we just have to get all the facts and details and
Okay.
go from there and then help you move forward.
I'm sorry. Maybe
Okay.
maybe this is normal. I've never been in a situation like this, but I also never would have never thought that I would live the way I'm living now. This is just like we went to the park.
The search warrant is here. It just got signed, so before too long we should be done over there. They're just getting into the house now. Okay, because it was just signed by the judge and just sent over. So that part is in progress, and we'll let you know as soon as that's done. Okay, and she should be on her way back here shortly. Her 3 lawyers are up there talking with the detectives right now. So then she should be back here coming to you shortly. Ashley will.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
So just as soon as they get done, and then
Okay. And
Obviously-
everyone knows about. I know everybody thinks it's crazy, but the cats. The cats are in the bathroom in the master bath.
right, everybody knows when they go in that
Okay.
the master bath.
Yeah, we
Don't
can't
open that
let
door.
Cynthia out because we'll never see her again. Last time she's gone for 24 hours, and she's this big, and she would have no trouble running up to an alligator and thinking it was her friend. She likes, you know.
As soon as, like I said, as soon as they were able to go in the house, I told them don't open
Okay.
that door.
Okay.
And as soon as I go back out, I'll double check and
Okay.
that I told them right before they went in, and they're going to check that and to make sure that was still closed and everything
Okay.
else. And,
Okay.
you know, we don't know what it was like when we got here because we never went and checked that room.
Yeah, we've been keeping that closed so that they wouldn't get out because being in and out of the house.
Okay.
So, okay, thank
Nope.
you.
And obviously, they need to talk to you because the child was here and what just happened. So,
The child was here? What do you mean?
Was.
The child wasn't there.
no, it wasn't at the scene when it happened. We know that, but it was
Right.
there prior to. And actually, she's now without one parent
Yes.
and the other one. So
Yes.
they have some questions that they need to ask.
So I'm Dara, I work with Child Protection. I've never met you before. Is there some place that we could talk like without the kid, with her in front of everything?
You know what? I talked to so many people tonight. Can this wait till tomorrow?
No, they can't. They can't, like, we have to talk to you, we have to find out everything, like, we wanna know what happened. Okay, obviously, I understand, like, it's a big situation of what happened, and it's concerning, but we have to find out what happened.
All due respect.
This is my first time meeting you, this is my first time meeting her, okay? So is there some place that we could talk where we're not in front of her?
Fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
Can you see fish?
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah.
The bus is still waiting for Pedro Pony.
Fish.
Is there a room? Can we walk into the garage? Is that be okay with you if we walk into the garage with her? Just out with her in the garage? That's your house, that's why I'm asking.
Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever
If she's
she
okay with
wants
it,
to
can
do.
we walk into your garage?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And it's just right down that hallway? Through that way? Okay. Here you go. Here's your fish. I gotta walk away for a minute, okay? Bye-bye.
Can we talk to you in the garage?
You may want to wait and talk to the child's mom. I mean, she's not the parent.
Right, I understand that.
And they weren't present at the scene, so I don't know what you think she can tell you.
I mean, she could tell us about what's been going on.
That's not
Prior
the place to tell you that. You can talk to the child's mom about
It is. Their job is to protect the child, and it is her place to say what she's seen and what she knows. It is exactly her place.
Are you sure you won't like any petrol?
Ma'am, they need to speak to you because they need to make sure that where the child is going to be safe. Even if it's less what happened tonight, where the child is going to be tonight and tomorrow, that she's going to be safe. So they need to talk to you about that to make sure that she's going to be in a safe place and have people that can take care of her.
it. Is she going to be here with you? Yes, she's going to be here.
Okay, then that's why we need to speak with you. So that they can place her with you and move forward so that you can take care of her.
You're a giant dinosaurs. Oh, very nice. Space rockets, start off. And through this door is the
She's going to
most
be here
amazing
with
place
you.
of all. It's the fantastic
No danger. Huh? She's not in any danger. She's here with you, with your neighbor. That's all there is to it.
Where is Petro?
I mean,
That's what we're trying to determine.
they're determining whether or not she's going to be safe. So she's
Yeah.
going to be here with you, being taken care of. You're going to be staying here with the neighbor
Okay.
because that's a crime scene.
Well,
That's really all there is to it.
that's not all there is to it. We need to speak with you about it. And this is between you and us and about the safety of the child. So we need to speak with you alone about that so that they can put you into that position so that you can take care of the
She can
child.
go with me.
This is something we need to speak with you
You know
alone
what? She
about.
can go with me. I want somebody else to be with me when this is being, when I'm saying anything.
Have you missed the bus?
And why is it?
Because we have been with, so I am a little hesitant.
So, and just closing our eyes and turning a blind eye and saying, oh, okay, well, I'm sure she'll be fine and walking away. That's not something that I'm going to do. That's not going to happen.
You understand my position though?
I understand what you're
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
but what you're doing is putting her in more harm. So you want to make sure that she's safe and she stays with you, then you need to come, and I'm not going to ask you any criminal questions, I'm not going to ask you any questions, but they have specific questions that they need to ask to make sure she's in a safe environment, starting from now until we get this whole thing figured out.
So you can let them know what your situation is.
Yes, your situation. We will talk about your situation.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay. I mean, do we have to go into the garage?
I just, it is, but this is her house, so we can open the garage, I'm sure. So
No, don't open the, I've already been eaten alive when she
Okay.
does.
I'm just trying to get you
Somebody
away.
gave me
It's
something.
her house, and I don't want to
Okay.
invade any of her other
No,
rooms.
that's fine, she's fine.
What's your name?
Alicia Byer.
Spell your first name for me.
Alicia. Say your name.
All right, so just, who all lives at that house?
It's my house, Ashley and Emerson.
So what happened today? Like, what happened?
What do you mean? I wasn't there.
So when did you leave?
Sometime this evening. I don't know exactly when.
Okay.
So,
Who was there when you left?
well, Ashley was there. We've been cleaning the house up because we're getting ready to move.
Okay.
And then he had pulled up in the truck, the U-Haul.
Okay. And so, how, like, what, tell me what happened after you pulled up in the truck.
He pretty much ignored us, which I thought was weird. And then she wanted to go to the park, so I went around the pod, went around the grass, and started to, to go around to go to the park.
Okay.
And he started getting in the truck, and he was pretty much ignoring us. And then all of a sudden he stuck his head out and went, Emerson, he does this noise. And when he did that, she went, And I was worried about that because he liked to keep him happy.
What do you mean by that? Like, why do you have to keep
You always agree with everything he says.
Why?
You just do.
So what do you mean, like, why do you feel like you have to agree with everything he says?
Because he's terrifying.
What makes him terrifying?
All sorts of things. I'm not going to go into the whole drawn-out thing, but he's very controlling. He's very scary.
Like, give me an example of something that he's done recently that's scary or controlling.
The other day when he wanted to come over and Ashley, I guess, didn't respond to him quick enough, he got mad and said he's coming over and taking Emerson.
Okay, so did he?
No. That's because she, I guess, told him she was busy and that he ended up coming over anyway. I don't know.
Okay, so he still came over.
He came over, yes.
Okay, you know what happened when he came over?
I told you we went to the park.
No, I meant the other day.
I don't remember.
Okay. Did they argue? Did they fight?
This is very complex.
Look, I understand it's complex. I understand there's a lot going on, but we have to have the whole picture. We have to understand what's going on, what's been going on since we were last involved. We have to be able to understand that. Okay?
You just do everything to make him happy, and you're nice, and you smile. No matter what, you are smiling, happy, and you go along with him. Always. You don't make the mistake of saying anything that's not happy, joyful, and like this. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You don't.
Okay.
And what happens when you don't?
He'll figure out something to do.
What? What's something? Is there some time when he didn't get his way and he did something? What did he do? Tell me one thing that he did so we know.
His number one threat is taking Emerson.
Okay, so would he make a threat or would he actually go through with it? If he didn't get his way, did he make a threat?
Probably both.
Okay, has he ever taken Emerson?
Yeah, this has been a complex 3.5 years.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
So has he ever? Yes, not. I'm not asking you when or what circumstance. Has he ever come over and just taken Emerson, taken him away, or taken her?
Probably not at the house, no.
Has he ever?
I don't know.
Okay, so then just say you don't know. That's fine. It's fine to say you don't know.
I said I don't know. I don't know.
No, you said, well, it's complex.
Well, no. The situation is complex.
Okay, but it's the first time you actually said I don't know.
Okay.
You said this is complex.
Okay. What else does he do that makes him terrified? Besides threatening to take Emerson, what else?
It's just psychological things he does.
Psychological.
I don't know. If you want me to talk to you later on, you're going to have to do it with a lawyer because the situation is so complex and we've been fearing for our lives that I am so thankful that it's not my daughter that was dead. I am so thankful.
Okay.
So thankful.
Why are you fearing for your life?
Because it's just the way he is.
Has he ever physically hurt somebody? Has he ever threatened to hurt somebody? What about you or Ashley?
There have been so many things I couldn't possibly remember stuff. I am still shaking inside that this is really happening.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that, and I understand there's a lot going on and there's a lot of stress. But we're just trying to get the whole picture of what's going on.
I can't right now. My insides are shaking.
Mm-hmm.
When they came down to the park.
What do you guys need to know that Emerson is safe from this point forward?
What is your relationship?
I'm a psychologist. I've
Okay.
evaluated Ashley, and I've been
Okay,
involved.
so you're her psychologist or Ashley's psychologist?
I was independently assigned to do an evaluation.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know if
Based
you,
on
I didn't know
what
if you were
had been
related
happening.
or.
What is it that you guys need from this point forward to know that to know that Emerson is okay right now?
We need to know the whole background and why and how we're going to move forward. That's what we need to know.
The whole background on what?
Everything. The whole history involving the domestic situation that is occurring across the street.
Okay, now, right now, there's nobody who is a danger to Emerson.
Okay.
That'll sum it up.
And is that your call to make?
Yeah, based on what I know.
Is that your call to make?
How?
Is that your call to make? Are you assigned by the state to make that call of what is best for that child?
Evaluation on what's going on.
Okay.
And there was a restraining order injunction hearing that is scheduled to happen on Wednesday.
Okay.
To protect Ashley from Doug Benefield.
Okay. So that didn't answer my question, but is it your job to determine the safety of the child?
I've got it printed out, but I could definitely assess that she's safe with
Right,
her grandma, and her grandma's the one who's here
Okay,
right
but
now.
that is not your
yeah.
decision to make. These ladies here, they have to make that decision.
Right.
They can't make that decision because you said it's probably going to be okay. So they have to make
I'm
that
not saying it's
decision.
probably going to be okay. I'm
They
saying,
have to make that decision independently
Okay.
because they are responsible for it.
Okay.
So they need the information to make that decision.
The information that obviously you need to know in order to determine that the child is safe would obviously be who's taking care of her right now. Because her mom is not here and her dad is not here.
So yes, the entire history is important. Not just what we think is going to happen in the future. The entire history is important.
Okay, the entire history in order to keep Emerson safe right now
Yes.
is
That's correct.
unnecessary.
That's-
because the person responsible for keeping her
I'm going to
safe right
disagree
now
with
is
you.
grandma.
I'm going to disagree with your
So
your assessment.
there's nobody.
Okay, well I'm going to disagree with your assessment. So they have questions to ask. You need to answer them, or if you don't, then they'll just make whatever determination they is through the Attorney General's office and go that way. Go from there.
What's your name?
My name?
Mm-hmm.
Barbara Russell.
And you said you're a psychologist?
Dr. Barbara Russell. Yes. Clinical social worker, doctorate of psychology. History.
Right, so that was back in April, so now we're in September, so we have like 5 months that we're missing. That obviously things have escalated, so we're trying to figure out
That's a
what
good
has
word.
been going on.
Escalated. Yeah.
And the only way to determine the escalation is to ask questions.
So can you give us time to speak with her?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Has he hurt you or Ashley or anyone else?
He threatened all the time.
Threatens how? What does he say?
It depends on what is going on. I don't know. I can't clearly think right now. He will get into your face and he will get you in a corner.
So what do you
If
do?
mom is uncomfortable talking, because she's not in a very good state, I'm happy to give you guys the data that I've been aware of as I've been in touch with Ashley since the evaluation and with mom. So if mom needs a breather, I'm more than happy to talk to you.
All right, we will definitely speak to you probably here in just a minute.
Melissa's going to start getting upset because mommy's not here. She wants me.
So let's get through this instead
I
of
know,
arguing
can
with
you
every
please-
question. That's what we're trying to do.
Okay.
And I know you think I'm being harsh, but
No, I don't think you're being harsh.
We lived in
But
fear
I
in
think
our life for 3.5 years.
you're blaming the wrong people, and you're
Okay.
starting to take it out. Right now, you're taking it out on Emerson instead of taking it
No,
out
I'm
on
not.
other
No,
people.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. So how, like, I need to know how he threatens you guys. Like, what does he say? What are the words he uses? You said he gets up in your face. What happens when he, like, what does he say when he gets in your
Oh, he
face?
doesn't necessarily have to say anything.
Okay.
he does this look.
Have you ever called law enforcement when he does this?
No, because there's been a, I don't know what you call it, that Dr. Broder's doing. There's been that going on.
Like an evaluation?
Yeah,
Doctor-
yes.
Doctor's
Yeah.
evaluation?
Yeah. He's, you guys pay his salary.
Okay.
I don't know what is, whatever it is, that's, they've been doing that.
Okay, so you haven't called law enforcement anytime recently when he's been threatening you guys? Am I correct?
You just keep the peace and you're happy and you smile all the time. Okay? That's what you do, you keep the peace.
But I mean, like, I just want to make sure, like, I'm getting the right picture. You haven't called law enforcement when you were felt, like, that threatened?
No, because then he will get infuriated that you dared to make him look bad.
Okay. And then
You
what happens?
don't make this man mad.
So then what happens, like, when he does get infuriated like that, what happens?
Ashley tries to be the buffer.
Okay.
And, yeah. So she was being married to him, you know, she understands him as much as you can understand somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just try to keep the two of us safe from him.
Okay. So have you ever seen him get physical with Ashley?
I've seen him like push her out of the way and grab her.
When was this?
One time at SeaWorld, there was another time at Busch Gardens.
When was it though?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I was shocked. You don't get mad at him. You don't do anything to make him mad. You do not do that.
Okay, so why was he getting a U-Haul and bringing it to your house?
Because he decided that we were all moving to Maryland. He got a job promotion and we were all moving.
So all of you guys were moving to Maryland?
Yes.
And you and Ashley were in agreement with this?
We were not going to live with him in the same place.
Okay.
There's no way I would let him live in the house with me.
So how's him and Ashley's relationship, if you guys were all moving back to Maryland, how's him and Ashley's relationship?
What do you mean, has a relationship?
I mean,
Were they still seeing each other? Were they
No,
talking
she's
to each other?
terrified of him. She does anything to keep Emerson safe.
How often,
Unless
how often
somebody,
did he come
let
over?
me just say this, unless somebody has lived in total fear, they do not understand that you don't make this type of person mad. You don't.
So if they don't understand, they need somebody to explain it
Right,
to
so I'm
them.
explaining to you. I
Thank
don't
you.
know how
I
to say
appreciate
anything
that.
more than that.
And I appreciate that. That's why we're asking questions. How often does Doug come over?
He wasn't coming over for a long time, and
Before today, when's the last time he was here?
oh, he's been here every day for, I don't know, as long as we've been moving out.
So a week, 2 weeks?
I have no idea.
Approximate. I'm not asking for
I don't know, maybe a week, I don't know.
Maybe
When did
that's
you-
fine.
when did you guys decide that you guys were all moving to Maryland?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's the end of September. Was it the beginning of September? Was it August? Was it?
See, that's a tricky question. It might have started in July, it might have started in August. And then they were going, and then he wasn't going, and then he was going again, and they weren't going, and then we were going, and we weren't going, and
Okay, so it's been going back and forth for several months.
yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could just give simple answers. You know, yes, no,
We're not looking
Whatever.
for simple answers. We're looking
Yeah.
for the proper answers. That's it. If they're complex, they're complex.
yeah.
Okay, so this week, you said like the last week he's been at the house every day.
Yes.
How has the interactions been between everybody while he's been there? throughout
He's
the
been
whole week?
acting really odd.
Why?
I have no
How?
idea.
How?
Like how is
He's
he?
either really friendly or nice, or he starts acting very strange and it's scary.
Could you describe the strange at all?
Here's this look he gives you. He just starts acting weird. He's a small man in stature, but I have never been more terrified of anyone in my entire life than I am of Benefield. I am terrified of him. People used to tell us, there's two people that, when it comes to Benefield, they love him, which means they don't know him very well, and they're terrified. And I now understand that.
How long have you known him?
4 years, maybe?
4 years.
I'm not sure that, I think it's 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, I don't know.
Okay.
Everything we do to protect Emerson.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time.
We don't
I'm
think
not
you are.
trying
We're
to do
just trying to make
anything.
sure you
We were
understand.
at the park,
I know.
and then I come home to this.
And I'll apologize right now that we got to put you through this right now, but a man is dead. And we have to get as much as we can, as quick as we can, because somebody's life ended. Whether
Yeah.
it was justified, not
No,
justified,
I
it needed to
understand that
happen.
too.
There's
But you
things
have to
we have to
understand,
do.
we went to the park and come back from the park, everything was gonna
Yeah.
be the way it is every other day.
Mhm.
And I see the sheriff and he's yelling for somebody, I thought he said Emerson. And I'm going, what? And he yelled it again, and that scared me because, first of all, is the person in there really a sheriff?
Right.
And secondly, why are they calling for her? And I'm like this, and he starts doing the, whatever you call that thing.
Mhm. The PA.
Yes. And he was yelling her name, and I'm like, that scared me. And I went, stop. And my first thought was, he killed her.
Why was that your first thought?
Because he's threatened it.
He's threatened to kill
Yes.
her more? Okay. When's the last time he threatened to kill her?
I think just recently.
Like,
I don't know, in the last couple of days maybe.
okay. Who owns the gun?
Who owns the gun?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it was her gun, then it was Ashley's. I don't know what the
I mean,
gun
I don't know.
was.
I don't know what gun it was. I'm just asking. I'm just
I have
trying to
no
figure out
idea.
who's-
I have no idea.
Okay. Do they both own guns?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He talks about all of his guns. Was I telling you this?
Yeah, that is
He
long
has this
guns.
thing that's like a 50 caliber.
50 caliber.
Yeah, what I call it, a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Whatever. And yeah, he's shown pictures of it and trying to, I guess, scare and intimidate people. Yeah.
But Ashley owns the gun.
There's great responsibility to come to the gun.
It does.
If you own a gun, you have to know how to use it. You have to be even keeled. Ashley is the epitome of even keeled.
Do you know where her gun was tonight? Did she carry it on her for protection, or is it just in the house?
She always has it. I mean, I wasn't there. So.
I know, but when you left, did you know where it was? Where the gun? You know if she had her gun with her at that point? For some reason, I mean.
Where does she normally carry it at?
Say it again.
Where does she normally carry her gun at?
I would say most of the time, like in a backpack, whatever. Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
What about you? Do you always carry your gun?
No,
No.
I should, but I don't.
Where do you normally leave it?
Well, not tonight, the last week or so, I put it in down here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a basket on a high shelf in the pantry.
Why?
Well, I wanted to have it somewhere that I knew where it was, so if he came after us. You want to know how to use a gun, but you want to know all the things that go along with it, but you want to never have to use it. That's our thought pattern.
Has Ashley ever went to like any domestic violence, anything like that, like services, like whole family services or
Yes.
anything? She did?
Yes.
When's the last time she went?
I have no idea.
Anything recently?
She was talking with Kim like on a regular basis.
Recently?
I mean, I don't even know what's recent.
I mean, like within the last few weeks.
I think since she's been doing the Dr. Broder thing, she's only been focusing on that.
So it's probably been a few months at least since.
A number of weeks. I don't know.
No.
Thank you.
Give us a minute, we're gonna go outside, okay?
We can go back inside with Emerson.
Okay.
No, it's fine. I understand
it's all good.
There's a
We
lot
appreciate
going on
it.
right now.
Yes, maybe. So cool in here. I was roasting it there.
If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed with your notifications on and don't miss out on part 3, where there are some more audio interviews that I would like to play for you. So I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.